Stiller Nation, sports fans, welcome to another version of Soul Tape. It is a victory.
It's called coaching.
Sidney Crosby passes Mario Lemieux as the Penguins' all-time points leader.
The Pirates have one of the best pitching staffs.
They be balling.
I'm fired up. Yeah, what's up, Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh's DSEN listeners and Pittsburgh sports fans, Stiller Nation? We're about to bring it today as we normally do. This is Soul Take on Pittsburgh's DSEN. We are so happy that you joined us today. My name is Kevin the Cameron, and across from me is our guy, Mr. Ken Craig. What's up, Ken?
What is going on? It's Tuesday. It is the first Tuesday of the season
Yeah,
after a Steelers game.
the Big V.
Woo!
The Big
Victory
V.
Tuesday?
Victory Tuesday.
It's preseason, but man,
Hey, that's how we like to do
you
it.
know
though.
what? This season's different. We
Uh-huh.
get to celebrate these little milestones.
That's right. That's
and
right.
it's fun, man. It is.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Yeah. So, first preseason game under our belt here.
Mhm.
I kind of felt like Aaron Rodgers doing that. I don't have the advertising dollars
No,
that he
I was
has
gonna
though.
say, make sure you get paid for that.
Yeah,
Make
yeah.
sure you.
So I have to watch doing that. Maybe I need to come up with something else, or get a certain advertiser in here. Our guy Keith Platt Jr. will join us at the second segment and beyond. So that's what we have on tap today regarding individuals on the show. And as far as the whole format for the show, what we'll talk about today, we'll, of course, talk Pittsburgh sports. We already started talking about the first preseason game in the Mike McCarthy era. And also, there's another Mike that appeared on a program on national TV
Yeah.
last night. I'm not sure if you saw it, Ken, but we'll show a little bit of it
Mhm.
later. And we'll talk about our Pittsburgh Pirates too. I went to the game yesterday. The Pirates went down 8-5. We'll talk a little bit about that, along with what's going on with Paul Skenes as far as how the Pirates are handling the ace. Okay. And we'll recap the Steelers game from Thursday. Those players that did good, those players that didn't do so well. But there's another opportunity, Ken. There's a second three preseason games for the Steelers. So some of those players that didn't play good, they have an opportunity to play good in the second and third preseason game. We'll talk Pitt football. We'll talk WNBA. We'll talk LPGA. We'll talk PGA. And did I miss anything from a
Steelers.
major topic standpoint? Steelers again. Yeah,
Steelers.
we'll preview the game
Yeah.
that's coming up against the Jets on Friday. But let me first of all say, I found out just by doing my research and going through all the material that what happened on this day, Ken. You've looked at the agenda already, right? So you already know where I'm going here. But on this day, August 18th, 1934, the man, Roberto Clemente, was actually born. And I actually think I'm gonna have to grab his hat. We have a number of memorabilia here with Roberto Clemente. I should have his hat on today because he would have been what, Ken? Let me see, 66, and that would have been 92.
Ooh,
Did I do the math
that's some
right?
good math if you just did that off the top of your head.
Um,
92?
92.
Nice
Okay,
job.
that aliquippa math again. They taught me well. They taught me well.
Rough
All right. So,
streets.
and that was a year after my dad was born as well. No, my dad was born in 1933. The Steelers were established in 1933 as well. So again, Ken, I'm good with these numbers, man. I'm good with these numbers. So yeah. So shout out to Roberto Clemente, the late great Roberto Clemente and his family. We still recognize his greatness for sure. Now, those that are out there watching, please give us a call if you're watching live. The numbers are on your screen, but if not, Ken, I know you have it.
Yeah, absolutely. Give us a call. 412-213-8995. Or if you want to text in, 412-218-3888.
Okay, excellent, excellent. All right. So also connect with us on our socials. You can go to our website to get all of our socials that we are on and also check out our 24/7 programs. You'll love it. So we love for you to watch the show, but also be a regular listener of Pittsburgh's DSEN. All right. So we'll get right into it. And the first subject that I have here is Mr. Well, let me, before we get into Paul Skenes, let me give a little bit of information regarding what happened last night and what is going down today. So I mentioned it a little bit already that the Buccos, the Pirates, or Pittsburgh Pirates, actually lost on Monday night the first of three games to the Detroit Tigers 8-5. It was not a good outing by the Pittsburgh Pirates, okay, who just came off a good series against who was that against? I'm losing my train of thought. Two or three Boston Red Sox over the weekend. So Boston has been a really hot team after the All-Star break, and it was good that the Pirates found a way to win two or three. Now, let's see what the Pirates will do against the Detroit Tigers because the first game, as I indicated, they lost on Monday night. The second game is tonight, which is Tuesday, and on the mound, and we talked about this a little bit previously, Ken, Braxton Ashcraft. Okay, this is the guy that I actually feel is the Pirates' ace
Yeah,
right now.
I don't think you're alone there.
Okay, so right now he has a record, a pretty good record, 12-5. Now his ERA 3.82. I would like to see his ERA to be better, but it's really about wins and losses. Okay, I'm not sure if the Pirates' offense picks it up when Ashcraft is on the mound, or if the Pirates just find ways to win. But the bottom line is the Pirates are 12-5, or I should say, Braxton Ashcraft is 12-5 as a starter for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he's going tonight up against Kiter Montero, if I pronounced his name right. And Montero is actually 9-7, and he has an ERA of 3.22, which is much better than Ashcraft. And he is actually coming off a 6 1/3 shutout innings the last time he pitched. Now, let me go back to Ashcraft because Ashcraft, the last time he pitched, he had a complete game, Ken, with 10 strikeouts, which he was incredible
Yeah,
in that game.
that was a good game too.
Yeah. So hopefully he could replicate that tonight. I believe that that is a 6:40 start tonight here in Pittsburgh at PNC Park. big news broke today as well, too, Ken. Well, really yesterday and today. And I posted the information today on YouTube, but yesterday it came down that O'Neill Cruz, who was on the 60-day injured list, was actually activated on the main roster yesterday.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Got to get these guys back.
Yeah.
Got to get them
Well,
back.
that's something we need to talk about. Do we need to bring them back, or should we hold off given that the Pirates fell so far back in the chase for a wild card position
No.
in the
I
playoffs?
mean, what are you saving them for?
Well, we'll see.
The playoffs?
2027 playoffs, 2027 maybe. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I mean, to me, I think you get them back, but yeah, we'll dive into it.
Okay. So then there's so O'Neill Cruz was added back to the roster on Monday. He did not play Monday, but he was on an active roster. On Tuesday night, they're putting him in the lineup and he's playing center field. So we'll see what happens with O'Neill Cruz. Jake Mangum has been doing a pretty good job in place of O'Neill Cruz, and he's actually moving to left field for tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check my lineup here. If I have it, I believe I do. So, yeah, the lineup for Tuesday night: Spencer Horwitz, first base leading off; Brandon Lau, second base; number two; number three, Brian Reynolds is number three, DH. And then in the hole, number four is Maryland Valdez. I get that, Ken, didn't
Nice, you did.
I?
You did.
So he's the in the hole hitter in right field, and then or I should say, the cleanup hitter. O'Neill Cruz is batting in the fifth spot. Jake Magnum, the sixth spot. Rafael Flores Jr., who's been pretty hot as of late as well, he's playing catcher. Jacob Gonzalez is playing shortstop, and Jared Triolo is actually the third baseman. And again, that game is 6:40 tonight, which is Monday. All right. Um, moving on to the big question regarding Paul Skenes. Paul Skenes was scheduled to pitch on Sunday, the final game of the Red Sox. And I looked at the forecast, Ken, and I had it in my mind already that I wasn't going to that game based on the
Yeah.
forecast, where it was basically supposed to rain all day. And I just said, you know what? I'm not sitting through the rain delay. Um, so I didn't go. And actually, there's a number of reasons, but another reason I'm glad I didn't go, Ken, I was actually able to sit home and watch some golf as well.
Whoa, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Watch a little bit of the FedEx Cup.
I'm just more happy you got to stay home for a Sunday.
Is that right?
You've been
Yeah, yeah.
crazy. You've been running around like a madman.
And that's another reason as well. Get a little break.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then on top of that, Ken, just to digress a little bit even further, on Monday I was looking at the Steelers schedule. I looked at the forecast. I said, I'm not going up to Latrobe. I said,
Yeah, that wasn't.
yeah, I said they'll probably end up canceling practice, moving it inside, limited access, and all that good stuff. And that's exactly what happened.
They
And
sure
they,
did.
they end up closing camp early as a result of the inclement weather. So I'm glad I didn't do either one of them. All right. But back to Paul Skenes. Should we be concerned? Again, he was scheduled to pitch on Sunday against Boston, and they actually decided not to pitch him. They decided to actually move him back a number of days to Wednesday. And that game is Wednesday at 12:35, okay, against the Detroit Tigers. So we'll see how Paul Skenes does. And the main concern here with Paul Skenes, he hasn't been pitching well. He's been struggling, Ken.
Yes.
And they're looking for what can get Paul Skenes going again. And they decided, why don't we give him a few more days of rest and see if that would help him. So I'm glad that they were actually able. Well, we'll see how he pitches on Wednesday. Okay, if he pitches well, we could take a deep breath and say, well, hopefully it'll rejuvenate him.
Yeah, and he's a superstar. Everything he does is going to be under a microscope, right? Whether he pitches really well, whether
Mm-hmm.
he pitches normal, or average, I should say. I don't want to say normal, that's the wrong word. His normal is better than 99.9% of pitchers out
He's
there.
if you ask me, he's not even pitching normal
Right.
right now.
Or below average, right? And I think right now, because he is coming off of a Cy Young season and not pitching, at an elite level or even average starting pitcher level,
Yeah.
right? It's going to be under a microscope. And no matter how frustrated he gets or anybody else, right? I mean, we have to look at the reality of the situation.
And you have to pitch according to your abilities. That's what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
And he's well below his abilities. Now, Paul Skenes, here's the numbers so far. He's 9-11 for the year with a 3.88 ERA. And that's earned run average for those that might not know. Anytime you hear ERA, okay, over 25 starts, he's pitched 134 and 2/3 innings going into the Wednesday game against the Detroit Tigers. He has 166 strikeouts, 37 walks, and I'll just leave it there. But what sticks out here is the 9-11 record and the 3.88 ERA. His recent performance. Let me give you his last 7 starts. He's 3-3. His ERA is even higher, 4.54 ERA. 47 strikeouts in 37 and 2/3 innings. Okay. Now, one of his main pitches, probably his number one pitch, is his four seam fastball. And when you have a four seam fastball, one of the things that you look at is the velocity. Okay. Every fraction of the speed matters. Okay. So initially, and this is being reported by MLB, his average fastball velocity fell from 96.9 miles per hour in 2026 compared with 98.8 miles per hour as a rookie and 98.2 last season. So let me try to go over this again. So as a rookie, he was at 98.8. Last season, he was at 98.2. This year, he's at 96.9. So if you compare this year to the rookie season, he's down about 1.3 in his velocity with his fastball. And
Uh-huh.
again, if my aliquippa math is right, which it normally is, that's a big difference when with velocity. Now, you got to keep in mind too, Kim. One of the things what happened before the year, before this baseball year. What was different?
Well, they had oh my
The
gosh,
World
the
Baseball
World
Classic,
Baseball
right?
Classic. Yeah,
Yeah. So even though the Pirates didn't make the playoffs, and I'm getting a lot of noise for whatever reason in the background.
I think someone just walked
Okay,
in the lobby.
someone's trying to throw us off here.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
yeah.
All right.
Cut
So
cut the noise out in the lobby.
so the World Baseball Classic, on top of spring training, on top of the regular season, on top of coming back after being the National League Cy Young winner, is a whole lot. However, there's other pitchers out there that did the same thing. That's they're meeting their
I
expectations.
was gonna say, did something happen in that time, or is it because of that time? Right? Did he not get the appropriate time off? What is it? Or is it the new coach?
The new pitching coach.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We talked about that. Murphy, I think
Mm-hmm.
his name is. We
Yeah.
we talked about that previously as well, which um, Bill Murphy has a tremendous resume. The last time I looked at it,
Yeah.
um, I think the velocity is the key. Okay, so if the velocity is down, you can't blame that on the coach. More especially when Bill Murphy is getting Skenes on the tail end of everything we just mentioned.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. I just didn't know. Sometimes a coach will tweak something, right? I
Yeah.
mean, if he tweaks something in the throwing dynamic or the throw anything, position of the ball in your hand, like anything, is that throwing off, the velocity? But then again, from a pitcher, for a Cy Young winning pitcher, if a coach tweaks something and it's not working,
Uh huh.
dang well you're going back to how you were doing it to make it work.
Yeah.
That's me at least. But maybe it's just maybe it's nothing else other than Paul Skenes.
Okay. So I did a quick Google search
Mm-hmm.
regarding what Pirates actually made or played in the World Baseball Classic in 2026. We mentioned Skenes.
Okay.
Okay. O'Neill Cruz got hurt. Okay. So far, it's not good.
Yeah.
Dennis Santana was struggling when he was here.
Mm-hmm.
He got traded away, but he was part of that group. Gregory Soto
Okay.
actually played as well, and he's up and down. Johan Ramirez, who Ramirez, he's been relatively okay. I was trying to remember if he was ever on the injured list or not, but I don't think so. All right. Who else? Nick Gonzalez been balling.
Yeah,
Okay.
he has.
He was there. Jose Urquidy, Kyle Nicholas, relief pitcher. Elise Ciandro Arcolini. Now we must be getting into the minors. Let me see if
Mm-hmm.
there's any primary guys. Spencer Horwitz,
Okay.
who has been on the injured
Mm.
list, but he's been playing relatively well. Okay, Spencer Horwitz
Up until when?
for the whole year. I think he's having a problem batting against. I would have to go back to see if he's having a problem against lefties or not. But the whole
Okay.
team, for the most part, struggles against lefties. So, um, for the most part, there's been a mixed bag of Pirates that played in a rural baseball classic that performed. Okay. So we'll see what Paul Skeen does on Wednesday afternoon. And next week, we'll have another discussion regarding if it makes sense to retire him for the season or not. Because evidently there's something going on where he's not able to pitch to his standards. Okay. So let's move on, Ken, to exactly what we've been talking about with injured players. Based on our preliminary discussion, you feel as though, hey, if you're healthy and you're ready, you should play.
I
Doesn't
think
matter
I think for this team, yes, absolutely.
if the Pirates are 10 games out from a playoff position, you're saying they should still play.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I think until you're, I don't want to say mathematically out of it, right? But I'm saying math, like until you are out of it, this team needs to play with some desperation, right? They need to figure something out, right? Because they are the epitome of mediocrity. And to me, like light something under them,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even if it's, say Connor Griffin or say um oh my gosh, why can't I think of his name? Who just came back? Um Cruz.
Cornell Cruz.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say they come back. They need time on the field. They need time in the batting box, right? They have to get some reps in there. That's just my opinion, right?
O'Neill Cruz, he's still developing
Yeah.
as a center fielder. You have Connor Griffin, who appears to be close to coming back. He just started this year,
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
the team, so he needs to develop as a shortstop as well as just with Major League Baseball in general. So could you see everybody else playing, and maybe if Paul Skenes continue to struggle, just sitting Skenes down?
I wouldn't be mad at that
Okay,
if he's struggling. If he's saying like something isn't right, um, and he in the
he's not saying that though, Ken.
that's the
But
thing.
the results aren't right. The results.
Well, and sometimes, someone like him doesn't want to admit that something's wrong. I think we can often be our own worst enemy. And sometimes you need someone to say, hey, okay, sit down, right? Like, let's figure this out together. Um, I think that's what a good supporting cast would do. But I don't know. I think I understand both sides of it, right? I would understand if he's like, I want to pitch through this.
Hmm.
Because what's he gonna do, right? Hurt the team? As long as it's not hurting the team and it's not that bad.
Hmm.
But I think from the batting perspective, with O'Neal Cruz, if Connor Griffin comes back, all those players like they need to be out there.
Okay, so
Period.
here we go. So right now on the injured list, we have Connor Griffin,
Hmm.
who has a left hand ring finger sagittal band injury. Okay, and then there's Ryan O'Hearn, who has a left quad muscle strain.
Hmm.
Mitch Keller, who's on the 60-day DL, right arm tears major muscle strain. And then there's Indy Rodriguez, the catcher, left hip inflammation. So you're saying bring them all back well, Mitch Keller isn't coming back.
Well, yeah, Mitch isn't, but once Connor Griffin's ready to come back,
Okay.
I think he needs to be on the field.
Okay.
If it gets to the point where he can't come back for the rest of the season, that's a different topic. But if he's healthy enough to play,
Yep.
even if it's 5 games, right? I mean, me, I wouldn't want to end the season if I get a chance to come in and just get some reps, and get some batting.
Got it.
That's just me. I don't know. I
All
I
right.
I would think that they would want to do the same, but who
Okay.
knows?
Cool. All right. So we're coming up on our first break for today. Before we take a break, let me give you an update regarding another roster move for the Pirates, as well as I'll set the table for what's coming up after the break. So the Pirates recalled right-handed pitcher Antoine Cali from Triple A Indianapolis and optioned right-handed pitcher Isaac Matson to Indianapolis. And Matson did pitch yesterday as well. All right. So what's coming up?
Can I make an announcement
Sure.
while I know we're about to start switching topics here,
Uh huh.
and I know you're going to talk about that, but just to bring up some breaking news
Okay.
from the NFL.
Do
Not
you
the,
want to save it for around the NFL
no, I
or
don't.
okay?
Can I bring it
Okay.
up right now because
Yep.
it's not worth talking about in around the NFL.
Is it New York related?
Giants?
Yeah.
Yeah, I They just signed free agent running back Najee
Yep.
Harris while releasing former Steelers wide receiver Juju
He's coming here.
Smith-Schuster.
Juju's coming here.
No way.
You don't think so?
No.
So we'll see. All right. Thanks, kid.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So coming up after the break, we'll get into Pitt football. Pitt football is having their training camp right now. They have their first scrimmage of the training camp. So we'll let you know what went down there, as well as we'll get into our Pittsburgh Steelers, their first preseason game against Green Bay, who were the players that actually rose and who were the players that actually fell. Also, any concerns we'll talk about with that particular performance against Green Bay. We'll go around the NFL as well, and we'll talk LPGA, and that's golf, Ladies Professional Golf Association. We'll talk about all of that and more when we return.
A lot of enthusiasm, so excited. Questions?
What did you see from just Mason overall in that scrimmage?
Mason was sharp. Mason played like Mason has. And again, I've always talked about consistency. Mason's the same guy every day. There's not a really good Mason and, God, he was terrible. What was he doing? You always have a play here or there you'd like back, but like Mason he's sharp. He made some plays. He made a couple throws, that were big time.
On both sides of the ball, who were some playmakers that stuck out to you? Turnovers, touchdowns, things of that nature.
Yeah, Sean Lee got a turnover. I think Cam Lindsey continues to punch the ball out. I don't care who fell on them. That's the easy job. But Cam Lindsey punched one out again. He's like one of those ball hawks that that's like, some guys have the knack. You can't, it's hard to teach it. We coach it all the time, and guys, they get on the field, they make the tackle. It's like, how about punching that ball out? Cam Lindsey's got that ability, which is great. And then, so Cam Lindsey, Sean Lee on defense. I mean, the playmakers are playmakers. We had a lot of guys making plays. Then offensively, I think, Blue Hicks had a heck of a day. Just running great routes. Sean Lee had a great day as well. There's a lot of guys.
We talked about him the other day, but you wanted to see him with the pads on. How about Damon Ferguson?
Damon Ferguson was good. I think he's better in the run game. He's got to work on his pass protection a little bit, but Damon's impressive. Damon's going to play for us this year. How much, when, how early? I think we got a stacked room in that, position.
How are your receivers looking?
Receivers are looking good. I mean, I'm impressed. Demetrius continues to make plays. Number 87. I mean, you're going to see 87 out there making plays. He just continues to find a way to make plays. The guy probably never talk about is Tyreek Robinson starting to turn the corner. He still gives me chest pains at times as an old coach, but Tyreek has been really good. I'm impressed with Tyreek. We clean up some things, off the field, just little things he drives me nuts with.
All right, welcome back, everyone. This is Soul Take on Pittsburgh's DSEN. We are back, and our guy Keith Platt Jr. What's up, Keith?
What's up, guys?
All right, ready to
Excited
rock
to
and
be
roll,
here,
man?
Yeah, perfect
Okay,
timing, too.
all right.
Perfect
So,
timing.
I mean, you must be trying to get on my bad side here, Keith.
Oh man, go ahead.
You must.
I know where you're going, man. I just basically got crucified outside the studio
Is that right? Is that right?
about the shirt.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I told you.
It's crazy. I'm Buckeye Nation, but
Okay.
yeah, I was trying to grab something to throw on for the show,
You
and
shouldn't
I
even
thought I
have
grabbed the Buckeye
You
shirt.
shouldn't even have it.
It was the Crimson
You
Tide.
shouldn't even have it.
Ty
You
Simpson.
shouldn't even have it. There's 3 teams I can't stand in college football, and everyone should know. Okay.
Who? Alabama, Notre Dame.
Ohio State.
Oh wow, you did tell me that.
Alabama.
And Notre Dame.
And Notre Dame. So next week, Keith, I guess you'll wear Notre Dame shirt in here.
No,
yeah, man.
Buckeye Nation, man. I thought this was the color,
right.
and yeah.
And we need to get into the AP.
Yeah, I meant to tell y'all to put that on here, but yeah, I was a little busy.
We're gonna add it.
I'll go. Oh yeah, I thought you was going to wait for next week.
AP football poll. I mean, we can't go in depth.
Yeah.
But we could let the people know.
Okay. All right.
Where the teams are.
Yeah, I have a little insight.
And
got a little insight.
And why the number 1 team shouldn't be number 1.
Okay. All right, no problem, man.
The top 25. All right. So what we need to do, we need to talk Pitt football.
Okay.
And Pat Narduzzi's press conference, I think it was from yesterday, Monday, and he actually talked about the scrimmage, how players did. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the areas that I'm actually looking at as far as where Pitt needs to get production from. And historically, it hasn't been a problem, right?
Yeah.
But when Kenny Johnson left,
I put a dent in that wide receiver core.
that hurt me, man.
Yeah, I'm still hurt about that.
Yeah, that hurt me. So there's a couple positions open in that group from a wide receiver standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Narduzzi just got done talking about Blue Hicks
Yeah.
having a really good scrimmage. He is the only returning starter for this Pitt football team.
Yeah, he was pretty good last year.
Yeah, he
I'm a fan
was.
of Blue Hicks.
Definitely. So there's, like I said, two spots wide open. Sinceri Lee, they call him CJ.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. He is supposed to be having a really good training camp as well after coming back. I believe he was injured, came back last year,
Mm-hmm.
didn't really see a whole lot of time last year, but from what I understand, he's ready this year.
Yeah, he had a season-ending injury against Clemson last year, but he's kind of that guy or that wide receiver being flagged as like a potential breakout.
Was it last year too? I thought he got hurt in 2023.
He may have
and came back in 2024.
He may have.
Yeah. Okay. And a couple of sophomores battling here. Bryce Yates
Yeah.
and Tony Kinsler.
Okay.
Are battling for time. And also Malik Knight.
He's a transfer, right?
Those
Yeah.
three.
Yeah, I think he's a transfer.
Was it Western?
It's hard to keep
Carolina?
up.
Yeah.
It's hard
Kentucky,
to keep
it is.
up.
I know. I tried, man. I tried.
Yeah, man.
It is difficult.
We'll keep everybody posted as far as what's going on at Pitt football.
It was a couple
camp.
other dudes too, man, that
Okay.
that stood out, man. I thought, shout out to Luther. I thought he would have said something, man. But you gotta, and I talked about him last week, man. Damon Ferguson, a highly touted running back out of Baltimore. The highlight of the scrimmage was his 50-yard run, man.
I saw you put some information on Facebook about it, right?
I'm high on this guy. This is about to be my favorite Panther, man, for the season.
Really?
Yeah. I usually pick a player every year that I like, and I'm starting to like really like get in tune with this guy, and I've been watching him, man, his work ethic, and I think he might be the man for Pitt this year. Not as far as like full-time running back, but him and Turner, I can see those guys being like a thunder and lightning type of combination. You know what I'm saying? Also, two Whitfield guys that been down there tearing it down at Pitt training camp, man.
Talk to me.
Penn Hills graduate, Auburn transfer, 6 foot 190 corner, Rayon Strader, man. He's been consistent all camp, tough, physical, fast, and Narduzzi said right now he's probably one of the starters at cornerback, man. This is a shout out to Penn Hills, man. Penn Hills alum, Whitfield, Rayon Strader. And then another guy.
Talk to me.
You'll like this.
Talk to me.
From your neck of the woods.
I know where you're going.
Aliquippa.
Quip Town.
Graduate sophomore linebacker Cam Lindsley.
That's right.
He's been all around the ball every day in camp, and he's forcing fumbles all camp.
Narduzzi just mentioned that during the video that we showed.
Yeah, he's pretty fast, man. He's a rangy linebacker. He has good coverage, and I think his future is bright. He's only a sophomore, man, so he's just now like touching the surface of what he can become. And you know, it's something in that Aliquippa water, man. Every other year, it's always dudes from Aliquippa, and they're pretty good football players, man.
And let me put it out there for the world. Being part of the family, the Aliquippa family.
Here you go.
It's not in the water. It's in the blood.
Okay.
That's what we say. It's in the blood because a lot of the athletes that come through Aliquippa, their fathers, their uncles, their grandfathers.
A lot of bloodlines up there. You're right. Yeah.
Man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Aliquippa.
All right. Anything else on Pitt football?
Not right now. But those three guys, to me, they stood out in the scrimmage, and their futures are very bright.
All right. And last week we went over the schedule as well, and the first 7 games look gettable.
Yeah. Pitt
And
might win 8 or 9 games, man.
and I'm thinking, out of the first 7,
Should win at least
at
5.
worst, I'm saying 6,
Okay.
6-1.
It's
So we'll
always a
see.
blooper with us, though, man. And Pitt is a key interception. Somebody fumbled on a 40 in a 2-minute drill. And it's always something, man. I remember we played Notre Dame years ago, man. This is the luck of the Irish real quick. Rob Reffler throws the ball
You
to
don't
the
have
guy.
to. You don't have to.
The guy's running, man. Prince L. Brockenborough. And the ball just squirts out up in Notre Dame Stadium, man.
Right.
Is that divine intervention? Like, it was just crazy, man. But Pitt always seemed to have a game where it's some fluky stuff that happens. And you're like, yo, I know it ain't fixed, man. It's just crazy. The
Yep.
stuff that happens. But good luck to Pitt, man. 4-1-2.
Should be
And I hope we should have a good year.
Definitely. All right. So let's move on to the AP football poll, top 25.
Okay.
Just released yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Yeah, let me start number 1. There's a lot of debate with this Ohio State.
It's my
Okay.
team, bro.
Number 1. Number 2 is Oregon, and I do say Oregon.
I do like that one.
You do.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel as though Oregon should be number 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like Oregon a lot. I mean, I think one, they always had like depth,
Yeah.
right? Like so, anyone they lost last year, look for a new star to step up. But they got that quarterback that's returning this year, and so look out. Look
Georgia
out.
number 3,
I'm
Notre
a-
Dame number 4, Texas 5,
Where did
Indiana
Georgia finish
6
last year?
I think top 5.
Did they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they went to the
Okay.
CFB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully Notre Dame won't cry this year.
Mm.
Miami number 7, Texas A&M number 8, Ole Miss number 9,
Mhm.
Oklahoma number 10, LSU 11, Texas 12, Alabama 13, USC 14. I'm not sure. 15 is skipped on here.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, on my list, it got USC and BYU tied for 15th. They're both
Oh,
14th.
they're both 14th.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a
yeah.
clerical mistake or whatever.
Come on, man. You can't see.
That's wild.
But I know.
That is wild.
You're making predictions.
Yeah, you
and
got
you're
them in
gonna
the same spot.
You're going to give somebody a tie. Come
Yeah,
on.
ain't that
Give me a
crazy?
break. 16 is Michigan, 17 Washington, 18. We are.
Penn State.
There you go. I'm not, but you are.
I am.
All right. Number 19, SMU.
It's my sleeper team, man. Be
Okay.
on the lookout for quarterback Kevin Jennings. Remember that name.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna be good. He's gonna be
Number
good.
20 is Tennessee. 21 Utah, 22 Iowa, 23 Houston, number 24 Louisville, 25 Missouri. So again, I know Alabama fans are mad that they're number 13.
I know they are.
They want to be in the top 10 from what I hear.
Man, this isn't Nick Saban, man. So
yeah.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction for you. Move on real quick, man.
Okay.
We're gonna see if I'm right, man.
right.
Going to my crystal ball.
Going to your crystal.
My national championship game, and I love my Ohio State boys, man, but I thought about this a lot. I think the national championship game is going to be Oregon and Texas. How cool would that be? You get Dante Moore going against Arch Manning, man. 2 top elite NFL draft quarterback prospects. We're going to check back to this and see if I'm right, man. So keep this in the archives, Pittsburgh DSEN. Keep this in the archives, bro.
It all depends how the seedings fall.
Yeah, and health, too. Health is big.
But I'm saying if Oregon and Texas play each other in the semifinal.
Right. Yeah, it depends on how the seeding. Yeah, you're right.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're right. Well, I think one of them two is going to be the national champion.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a fun schedule ahead. I mean, they play Ohio State. Second week of the season? Oklahoma.
Texas.
Yep.
Yeah, that's in Texas too, man. Ooh, that's
Missouri,
gonna be tough for us.
LSU, and Texas A&M. So they got some big names on their schedule, but that's a good call out. I don't disagree with that.
Oregon is tough, man. They're fast. I love Dan Lanning. He's gotten better in the trenches over the years because when they had Chip Kelly, they were trash in the trenches, man. They were good, skill players, running backs, receivers. Now Dan Lanning, he's building in the trenches, man. How do I know? Look at Derek Harmon.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Look at Penny Sewell. You know what I'm saying? I could keep going. They got some players, man, in the trenches.
Absolutely.
Great job
I,
out there
I
in
just
Lanny.
wanted to look real quick. I think one of the toughest schedules is Texas Tech.
Mm.
I thought I heard that
It's
anyway.
always hard to beat them, though. So no matter if they have a tough schedule or not, you go down to Lubbock, Texas, man. It's hard to win down there, Kev.
I'm looking. I'm
Yeah,
looking
it
at
is
the
hard.
schedule though. It doesn't seem too tough to me. So I think I have the wrong team. But maybe if we have time, I'll look at
Okay.
college football teams with the toughest schedule.
Okay.
All right. So we'll move on to the most important stuff. Our Pittsburgh Steelers got their win on Thursday. First preseason game. Mike McCarthy rocked the house, fellas, talking offense. 28-9, right? 4 TDs. We can't get carried away with one preseason game, right? But we can enjoy it.
Oh yeah,
We can enjoy it. I would love to give my man Chris Boswell some time off. Not too many field goals, right?
Right.
And the
Right.
defense, Patrick Graham, they brought it as well. No
Yeah.
TDs, only gave up 3 field goals.
Showed a couple blitzes, man. He
Yeah.
said McCarthy said that's just lightweight. Stay tuned. It's lightweight. Stay tuned.
Yeah. And on top of that, after the game, what did they do? They said, we're never satisfied.
Right.
We're always trying to get better.
I
And
like that.
Lander Roberts, right?
E-Rob.
Yeah,
E-Rob
I
is
like
back.
That boy is a hitter. He
Yeah.
already starting fights up there, man. And yeah, we need that though. You need that nastiness because you got to be
Yeah,
ready
one
for
day on-
Bijan
One day
Robinson.
on the job,
Yup,
right?
you
one
need
day
him.
on the job.
I'm so happy they
Yeah.
signed him, man. You need him,
Well,
man.
it was a big mistake to let him leave in the first place.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
Yup.
so
Should have kept him, man.
Malik, I mean, this is a sign. I do think that he takes Malik Harrison's spot.
I agree.
Well, they brought in Malik Harrison to replace him. Not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close.
E-Rob different, man.
He is.
He's
and he
different.
is someone that just flies into that.
Nasty.
Nasty. And we have not been able to replace his run stopping
Right.
defense. I mean,
Energy.
yeah. So I'm so
contagious.
excited he is back. That is one signing that I'm like, absolutely. I know he signed a 1-year deal, but we need to, no matter what, he needs to be a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yeah, this dude he been giving guys concussions and putting them on an hour since he was at Houston, man. Tracking people in college. So he's a straight up thumper, man. He don't care, and we need that. You got him, Jalen Ramsey in them for that nastiness, and it works perfect for the Steelers.
It's just time for this defense to stand up and be the defense that it should be.
Right, you making all that money. They spent all that money on them dudes.
And it should go higher. Right. I mean, we need to talk about Benton. We'll say that later, but we need to also talk Joey Porter Jr. Okay. But let's talk this Green Bay game. Okay. The Steelers started off slow, fellas.
Yep.
Right. With Mason Rudolph starting the game as quarterback. They actually went 3 and out in their first series. And then after their first series, they started to get things together and move the ball. What did you two think overall?
You want to go first?
That good?
As far as the game, I thought the offense moved fluid. I thought all the quarterbacks looked pretty decent, especially Drew Allar and Will Howard. I thought they looked pretty good.
Let's start with can we start with the first group?
Yeah.
Instead of going through all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, start with Mason Rudolph.
Mason
with
Rudolph.
the starters
Okay.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can go in those groups.
Okay.
And the same thing on defense as well.
Yeah, I thought Mason didn't look too bad. We pretty much know what we got with him. And I actually think Mason's, if these dudes play like this, these next 2 games, I'm talking about Drew Allar and Will Howard, he's traded.
Well,
he's traded.
again,
Thank
just sticking with the group, and
Yeah.
we got that on the agenda as
Yeah.
well.
No, and I think Mason did well, right? I
'Cause-
think one, I mean, you're missing your big receivers, right?
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know, you're
That's
missing your
true.
big receivers. So, Jeremy Bernard, he looks real. All right, he looks real.
Ooh, man.
He looked fantastic. But where I'm getting, where I'm going, it was like night and day, fellas. Okay, Jeremy Bernard, we're having a so-so camp,
Yeah,
and we talked about it, and we
he's a
raved, I should say, about
Roman Wilson.
Roman Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then when the ball was kicked off, it was reversed.
It was
Right. Ain't
well.
that crazy?
Yeah.
Ain't
I'm
that
I'm
crazy?
saying Jeremy Bernard is someone he gets in the stadium and makes things happen. Right?
It's amazing.
He makes things happen.
I mean, you have practice players sometimes, and you have game players.
Yeah, some dudes
Yep.
just
Yeah,
play better when the
and-
lights is bright.
4
Yeah,
for 51. I
yeah.
mean, that is phenomenal. Now, did Roman have a bad game?
Nah,
No, he just wasn't targeted a ton.
right. I agree.
Right? Like I think it's
Ken, if you watch me
yeah.
all game and you lock me down, do you think I'll be targeted?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
So-
and now man coverage, he's always struggled with man
Well,
coverage. That's something he's got to get
My-
over.
So we have to tell the whole story,
Yeah.
as I like to say. Okay, Jeremy Bernard, he got open
Yeah, he did.
Mhm.
and he caught the ball.
He looked good as advertised.
Okay. Now, from a Roman Wilson standpoint, what I will give him, his primary quarterback is Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Okay. I think if Aaron Rodgers would have played, he would have targeted Roman Wilson more because he would have designed plays for him. I think.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
You know, 'cause
Continue developing that rapport.
yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers realizes the importance of having Roman Wilson come through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I cut you off.
No,
Ken.
no, that's I
Okay.
mean, it's a great point. And second, I know the versatility of this position. Everyone's going to be playing different positions, but he's not a true kind of X receiver. He's not an outside receiver in my mind, right? I feel like he does a lot of his damage inside,
Yeah.
right? And so
He could
missing
play all over though.
Yeah,
I feel you, though.
absolutely.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like
Mi-
intermediate.
like missing out on DK and Pittman in that game, I think it adds
Yeah.
one. I think Roman should have shown up a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
but I understand why. Like I'm not knocking him for it. I'm still high on him right
Yeah.
now.
Offensive line, fellas,
Terrible.
concerned me.
Yeah.
It did and it
Terrible.
didn't. I liked it what I seen
The
from Broderick Jones.
First team.
No,
Broderick Jones was out there
Remember,
the whole
we're doing
game.
it in groups. He wasn't part of the first team.
no, he was out
Okay.
second
Okay.
half.
All right.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
He got burned on second half.
Okay.
A couple times.
Yeah. So first
Yeah,
team,
Dylan Cook.
first team, they were below standards, if you ask me. And
I agree.
That's one of the reasons that Mason Rudolph wasn't as effective. Although all the quarterbacks on the Steelers staff,
Mhm.
right, roster, I should say, he's the one that is less mobile. I think he might even be less mobile than Aaron Rodgers, if
Yeah.
you ask me.
Mm.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's slow.
So he needs more protection than all of them.
Yeah,
I
max
actu-
protect.
I-
Max protect.
I have Troy Fontenot as someone who actually fell.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
In my mind, I think
Why did he fall?
two penalties that one brought back a touchdown, right? You can't have that, right? This was his debut at the left
Mm-hmm.
left tackle, right? Number one, you need to be like we've all been so high on him.
Mm-hmm.
It just needs to be cleaner. I feel like it needs to be better protection, needs to be cleaner, just
Now-
all around, right? There looked like there was no push on that side. I don't know. It was not nearly as clean as I thought it was.
Okay,
was gonna
well,
be.
I don't want to mislead anyone from a sack standpoint and protection standpoint. Okay. Mason Rudolph was sacked early in the game.
Right.
It came from the left side of the offense. Primarily, I shouldn't say left side. It really came from the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. And what happened on that play, it might appeared as though Troy Fontenot got beat off the left side, but he really didn't. The Packers got so much pressure
Closed that
in the
pocket so
inside
quick.
that Fontenot took his guy outside. Rudolph tried to step up.
Right, and he ran right
He
into that
didn't have,
funnel.
right. He didn't have any room,
Mhm.
and he got sacked.
Right. Right.
But I think there needs to be better coordination with that first team offensive line
Yeah, I agree.
and the backs
Yeah.
to make sure stuff like that doesn't happen. I mean, if they pressure you up the middle, you're going to have problems. So that's something we'll look for with the second game and moving forward.
Yeah,
Hopefully that will improve.
they definitely got to do a better job because one name I heard, and I know he only played a couple snaps for Green Bay, but I heard my man from Iowa, Lucas Van Ness. I heard his name about 3-4 times, man. Am I going crazy, or did you guys hear that? Like when he was out there the first couple series, I heard his name, man, as far as like pressures.
Okay.
So that falls on Dylan Cook and the crew, man. They got to step their game up.
They do.
Yeah.
You know, the Falcons just signed Darius Smith, man, for the edge rusher. You know, they got edge problems, so you got to be ready for them dudes. He's a crafty veteran. We know him from Cleveland. We know him from Detroit, and you got to be ready for these guys, man. I'm telling you, man.
All right, now let's move on to reserves. Okay, some of the ones that I had that stood out. Lou Nichols, running back.
Oh yeah, he's tough. I like him.
Yeah, he's been having a really good camp.
I like him.
He's someone that, and I think he's someone that every time he touches the ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know he had 8 carries, 30 yards, and a touchdown, but the second one
actually
wiped out.
10 for 36.
Okay, 10 for 36. Sorry about that. He just finds holes, right? And I feel
runner.
I feel like that's the difference between him and Caleb Johnson right now. And every time Caleb's touching the ball, he's not finding a hole, right? So it's your 1 yard, 2 yards, whereas Lou Nichols touches the ball and is off 10, 12 yards. And I'm like, that's it. When you have that opportunity, you have to take advantage of it.
You know what, though? And Caleb Williams, pardon me. And Caleb Johnson's defense, he only had 9 snaps, Ken Craig. So some running backs, they need more than that to get going, man. Like Najee, he was one of them dudes, man. He said it. He said, I don't start getting into my groove till like the 11th, 12th carry. I got to get hit a couple times, break a sweat. So maybe he operates like that. Some running backs are like that.
Yep, I agree. I agree. But
9 snaps ain't enough to get you in a groove, man.
I agree.
And I think it's sad, like his demise, man.
Here's the situation with that too, Keith. As it said, when you get the opportunity,
you got to just go. It can't be no warming up. I feel you though. I get it. I get it.
Opportunity.
I mean, this is a dude that ran for over 1,700 yards, man. So I know there's something
Where
there.
Did he run for 1,700 yards?
At Iowa. So it's something there.
Again, college football.
Caleb Johnson. He's
college football.
That's why he got drafted by us.
If he doesn't stick here, he's going to go somewhere and play.
He's going to be good, man. I'm telling you, man. He's all the way down to 5th on the depth chart.
Fellas.
Sad, man.
It is.
I like Caleb Johnson, but I mean, this is his second opportunity. Okay.
Yeah, the first one I thought he didn't get a fair one, and I love Tomlin and him. I thought they rocked him.
Well, I mean,
one mistake, man. Come on, man. One mistake.
He had other opportunities.
Somewhat. He shouldn't have put him at kick returner to begin with. They shouldn't have had him back. He's not a kick returner. He looked as scared to death in that Jets game. If you look at his ass, he looked as scared, man.
Keith, I'll snap the ball if I had an opportunity to play NFL ball.
Yeah,
I would be a long snapper. If that's what they want me to play,
I get what you're saying,
and I would do it to the best of my ability.
Yeah.
So when you get an opportunity again, you have to seize it.
Yeah.
And there's something that every player could do. Okay. It comes down to effort, right? No matter how skilled you are, everybody should be able to give effort.
Right.
Now, Caleb Johnson on that play, he gave effort.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting to, every NFL player should be able to secure the ball.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no reason for not securing the ball. Number one, you got to know the rules. Okay.
That too.
And
that's why he shouldn't have been back there. There's really no footage of him returning kicks at Iowa.
Again.
You know what I mean?
Again, you put me on nose tackle on a field goal.
Yeah.
Okay. First thing I'm doing is saying, okay, I can't go over the nose tackle.
Okay.
Right. I'm going to learn the rules.
I get it.
I want to play.
Yeah.
So, and
got to play him to his strength, though.
And actually, you do, but when you're looking for an opportunity, Keith, you have to seize the opportunity. But this coaching staff, more than any other coaching staff, and they've said it a number of times, if you are not a starter, you have to be able to do multiple things.
Versatility. I get it.
Okay. Yep. So if he wants an NFL opportunity, he's going to have to do that.
Yeah.
Now, again, this is his second opportunity with a whole new coaching staff. I'm afraid, fellas, if he can't make it with this group, which it doesn't appear as though he will make it unless he tears it up the next two
I hope he do.
preseason
I hope he
games.
do.
I think he'll be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
unfortunately, and I've been the number one, kind of cheerleader for him to be a Steeler. I loved him coming out of
Me
Iowa,
too,
Yeah.
man.
but I don't see it. I don't see it happening here,
No,
right?
Rob,
And especially with the lack of snaps he's getting. But hopefully something changes. But if not, I mean,
This game is key. He don't get no carries. This game is pretty much a done deal. He's gone.
a good addition, Robert Tonyan.
oh yeah,
Okay, he played well. 4 targets, 4 receptions, 61 yards with his long being 22 yards. Even what are you doing over there, Ken?
oh I kicked
Kicking things
the
around.
wire absolutely. How about Caden Weejan?
Kate Region,
Ooh, that speed, boy. Speed kills,
I
man.
mean I know he was drafted as a kick returner, as a
2
punt returner.
receptions, 79 yards with a long of 74.
Woo!
I see what's about to happen with him, man. I'm gonna tell y'all. You gonna pay attention to these games this year, man. You're gonna look up the Steelers, they're gonna be sneaking him in the game, and they're gonna be throwing like slants and flares to him, and he's gonna be using his speed and return skills. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's gonna be hard to catch him,
Pat
man.
McAfee talked to McCarthy the other day,
Okay.
and he called him a what's the name? Cobb. What's Cobb's first name?
Randall Cobb.
Randall Cobb.
Yeah,
Cobb.
I
Yeah.
look at him as like a Tim Dwight, if y'all know who that is.
Okay.
Ran back and kicking the Super Bowl from Iowa too. You know what I
Got it.
mean? Yeah, same
All right.
lineage.
So we have to move with time. So Max Hurlerman was another one on the defensive side. Asante Samuel. He continues to have a good
He's
camp.
gonna lead. He's gonna have the most enters for us this year.
Danico Slaughter. Devin Boykin had 2 sacks.
He did well.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he had Jamin Davis had 2
Jamin
sacks.
Davis. He's a former first round pick out
tackles.
of Kentucky, man.
Yeah.
He's another one, and we might have to keep him, man. Dude runs a 4.4 solid. He was highly touted coming out of Kentucky, and I don't know what happened at Washington and Detroit and his other stops, but that guy's fast and he can hit and he can get to the quarterback, man. So I think he can be an asset for my Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, and I had him down, Devin Boykins, and I'm
Yeah.
looking for
He was the undrafted cornerback or defensive back out of Indiana. Had won a national championship with
Yeah, he
Indiana
got a
last
ring.
year. But he's another one had a couple pass breakups, almost had a sack or two. I know he was in the backfield quite a bit.
He was, and I was looking for the final defense of snaps, and I have it here. Only 2 tackles solo, I guess, 1 assist, so combined 3, and he had a tackle for loss and a pass defense. Okay,
And keep in mind,
and a tackle on special teams as well.
Jamin Davis was with the Raiders last year.
Okay. Patrick Graham.
Patrick Graham,
Ooh,
yep.
just like E-Rob, Lee Landon Roberts.
Yep.
And
Okay.
let's digress real quick before we talk about, well, we went over the concerns. Some of the concerns we talked about. Steelers offensive line, first team has to do better. Another concern, penalties.
Yep.
Way too many penalties.
I got that in my notes too, John. Penalties.
Is that? I mean, I agree. I mean, don't get me wrong. I 100% agree that has to be cleaned up. It's also the refs preseason as well, right?
Yeah,
I
everybody's getting penalized.
I felt like they were throwing flags everywhere.
I thought that too.
And I felt like a little bit of premature. Like, let them play a little bit.
Let them
here.
play, man. Yeah, let them get physical.
So penalties, I believe the Steelers had 11 penalties. Excuse me. Yeah, 11 penalties for 134, and the Packers had 9 for 76. So
it was evenly matched. Both teams were a little sloppy.
Okay, so those were the 2 concerns: offensive line and the number of penalties. Okay, before we go around the NFL.
One more thing too.
Okay.
Wide receiver injuries, man. They're saying that Metcalf and Pittman might not even practice this week. Did they practice this week?
Well, you're going right into my
segue.
My segue with DK Metcalf. What's wrong with our guy? Did you all hear the latest?
No, what happened now?
You hear the latest, Ken?
Depends on what you're talking
His
about.
social media flare up.
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah,
What?
So, yeah, he's been going at it with a fan.
Come on, man. Did you learn your lesson in
exactly.
Detroit?
Exactly.
Man, we got to get Chris
So
Carter on the phone, man. You got to talk to Chris Carter, man. You got to talk to a mature receiver that been through the trenches, man.
he
Like,
has
come on, bro.
very, very thin skin. He has to understand. I'm not lying, man. People are gonna come after you.
Yeah, they gonna say whatever. Who
Yeah,
cares,
yeah.
man?
They were basically saying he got traded from Seattle,
So
and
what?
how's the grass on the other side? Seattle won a Super
Oh my
Bowl,
goodness.
while you all got ousted in the first round, one and
Turn
done.
your social media off, bro.
And DK basically said something to the effect,
Oh man.
is your mom your dad or something like that.
Come on, man. You
Yeah.
shouldn't even be responding, bro. Go work
Exactly.
on your craft.
Exactly. So
Come on,
that was
man.
disappointing to actually see. So around the NFL before we take a break.
Okay, I got a little around NFL. You can
We'll
start with you, though.
Keith.
Okay.
No, start with you.
I got a couple of things. First of all, how about Von Miller signs with the Dallas Cowboys, man? 8-time Pro Bowler, 138 and a half career sacks, 9 sacks last season with Washington. He's a veteran pass rusher. He brings leadership, and I'm going to throw a stat at y'all. Did you know Dallas had only 9 sacks on third down last year? Von Miller had 9 for the season.
Wow.
Come on, man.
Wow.
Come on,
Good
man.
one. Good one.
Another one around the NFL. How about my man, first pick of the draft, Fernando Mendoza. I thought he showed promise in the Raiders debut. I didn't think the moment looked it too big for him. I thought he went through his progressions nice and calm. He found his targets. He looked decent under center too because he was mainly in shotgun at Indiana if you watch the games. And another guy, we play him this week, and it's going to be interesting to see how our defense does against this guy. Jets rookie quarterback, Cade Klubnik out of Clemson. If you know him, he was highly touted out of high school. He was once projected as a high draft pick for the 2026 draft.
He was projected to be that first round pick.
Fell to the 5th round.
Yep.
I thought his first game, man, because I watched the Jets, I thought he was sharp. He looked comfortable. He directed 2 scoring drives, finished 5 for 7, 56 yards, and he hooked up with Garrett Wilson a couple of times for some nice catching, some nice pitching catches, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Love looked like the real deal in Arizona.
It looked like it hurt to tackle him.
Man, he looks like the next.
It looked like it hurt, man.
And he left with a high ankle sprain.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be back for week 1. Yeah, high ankle sprains are tricky.
DJ Moore in Buffalo actually looks like he found a home. Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah.
Why can't he stick with the team? This is what his third
Ain't that
team?
crazy?
Yeah.
I don't understand that,
Yeah.
man. I've never heard of him being a bad locker room guy.
No, he was traded to be like a top dude in Chicago. He traded from Carolina to be a top dude in Chicago.
Right.
Chicago just kept adding pieces here or there, adding,
I thought they should have kept him.
And now that he's in Buffalo, I think he's going to be a true number 1 there because he is a true number 1 receiver.
And he's a 3-level receiver, short, intermediate, and deep.
Let me break in here real quick just to keep everybody updated regarding Pittsburgh Pirates. It's a 0-0 game. Ashcraft through 3 innings so far, no hits. So we'll see.
There we go. There is a battle next door, and I know we don't talk about the Cleveland Browns very much, but it's in our division, right? Is Watson going to be the starter?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. After what I seen, unless Shador turns up this week. But to me, just watching that game over the weekend, he just looked like you could tell he's a veteran, man. He's getting them in and out of the huddle faster. It was one play, though, where I thought there was a guy open and he missed the throw. But besides that, I thought he went through his progressions. I thought he did okay, man. It looked better than Shador, in my opinion.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Based on the little bit that I did see, I think you have to start Watson by default.
Yeah.
I think Cleveland feels as though they need to get some value from the deal that they have with him, making him the highest paid NFL player, as well as they have a new coach.
Right. He got to keep his job.
Yeah, I think he's going to start off that way anyway.
You think they'll trade Shador? You think he'll get traded?
I don't think so. But
you just never know with Cleveland, man.
The funny thing, I haven't heard what happened to their 3rd round draft pick.
Who, Dylan Gabriel?
Yeah,
he was out there for a second.
Yeah, but
I ain't hear about Taylor Green either.
My point is, you drafted him 3rd, and you drafted Shador what, 5th?
Yeah, Shador's playing more than him.
Yeah, so
far,
who's being held accountable in Cleveland for
And I like Dylan too, man. It just looked like it's gonna be a numbers game.
He's not a starting quarterback.
No, Dylan Gabriel's a
Yeah.
backup. I'm always a fan of the underdog. You know, he's a little short quarterback. I always like the Doug Flutie, Jeff Garcia. I always like the
But
smaller
those
quarterbacks.
guys balled though.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, in the
Flutie
NFL.
was different. He was different.
Yeah, he balled.
He was different.
He balled.
Yeah.
Drew Brees is another one.
Yeah,
Right.
Yep, another shorter quarterback that was pretty good. Mark Brunell,
Yeah.
left-handed.
Yeah.
Tough.
All right. So we talked about our guy Harris going to the Giants.
Yes, we did.
Najee.
Coming off an AC tear.
So we wish
We'll
him the
see.
best.
We do wish him the best.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Aaron Donald had a second workout.
Man, he coming
with
back,
the-
man. I don't know
with the
why. Just say
Rams.
it, man. You're coming back, bro. Just say it.
Yeah.
We all know.
All right. Did we miss anything going around the NFL?
No, I think there's a lot going on. A lot of rookies showed out.
What
right?
about Minnesota? That quarterback situation.
I'm not ready to talk about that yet.
McCarthy's out of there, bro. I don't think they're going to keep him as the backup. I
Yeah.
just don't. I think they're going to sign somebody, and he look for him to go to San Diego. I mean, L.A. with his former college coach Jim Harbaugh. Don't be surprised.
Man, I hope they keep him because we need some QB needy teams out there calling us. That's all I'm going to say.
So, and
I don't care who it is. We're gonna have one available.
So in that particular game, Kyler Murray really didn't do much. Two of three for 10 yards. McCarthy was actually 4-7 for 34, and Carson Wentz actually, based on the stats, did better. 9 of 14, 81 yards, and 1 TD. So we tried to cover the main subjects going around the NFL. If we missed any when we come back, we'll cover them as well. So before we take a break, let me cue up what we have coming up. We will talk LPGA, what's going down there. There was a special former Pittsburgh Steelers coach that was on a late night show that we need to keep everybody updated on. We need to talk Drew Allar. We didn't talk much Drew Allar when we recap the Steeler game, as well as Mason Rudolph. Are you impressed with Drew Allar? Hold your thoughts. Should Mason Rudolph be the one that goes out the door? Maybe a trade? Okay. And then we also will talk some WNBA somewhere along the way as well. I know Keith is fired up for that. So
I love that.
What we'll do, we'll go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, we'll talk about that special Steeler coach that was on a late night show. And we'll talk Drew Allar and Mason Rudolph. We'll be right back after this.
The world.
It's about winning and losing. There's a fine line between doing what's necessary to put yourself in position to win or not. And I just want the guys to respect how fragile that is. And so that's just something that I came up with to capture that.
Fine line.
I use that to be resistant to cameras in the locker room and, mic'd up and all of that, because sometimes I'm not my best self in the heat of those moments.
Yeah, you should
and I gotta
see that.
cover my mouth.
Yeah. How about this? We're still squirreling those nuts.
Sometimes you got a good idea, and it's good to squirrel it away for later. Like, if you don't need it that week, there's going to be a week that you need it.
You're gonna need it, so just squirrel them away.
So let's squirrel that nut.
We're still squirreling that nut.
Yeah.
When you're going.
All right. We are back. You just heard the former head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Miss him.
Yeah.
Man, do I miss him.
No, well, we'll see him every Sunday night, man, on NBC. So
No, but he used to be ours.
I know.
And
we're not getting those. We're not getting no McCarthyisms. We're definitely not getting that.
I mean, you can barely understand what he says.
Yeah,
So
man.
that was Mike Tomlin on the Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. That was last night. So if you want to see the complete show or portion that he was on, you'll have to Google it. We just thought we would provide a little bit of it. All right, so let's hop right into. Before we get back to the Steelers, though, let me just cover the LPGA because the LPGA had a tournament this past week. It was the Standard Portland Classic, and Geno Ticole won it, shooting 8 under 64 in the final round, and she actually shot 22 under for the whole tournament, 266. So she was 3 shots ahead of the field, and it was the 10th LPGA Tour victory of her career. Now, this week coming up is the CPKC Women's Open, and that is in Edmonton, Alberta, August 20th through the 23rd. And world number 1, Nelly Korda, will be part of the field. World number 4, Hyo Jo Kim. World number 7, Mayu Yoshita. World number 8, Runing Yin. And world number 9, Hannah Green. And also Brooke Henderson, defending champ. And she is number 11 in the world. And also Lydia Ko, Minji Lee, Rose Zhang, and Lexi Thompson. So that is a field of 156 players with a purse. The amount of money that could be made or will be made is $2.75 million. Okay, so that's what's going on from an LPGA standpoint. Now we move on to the quarterback battle of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And if anyone would like to call in and talk about this with your thoughts, you can do that. If you listen to the recording once it's out there, we still would like to have your comments as well. First of all, guys, were you impressed with Drew Allar?
Yeah, I was a whole lot, man, because what I noticed, and we talked about this when we talking about the draft, when you watched him at Penn State, he would make 3 good throws, and then it'll be like a simple flare out to the fullback or the running back, and it's a gutter ball.
Uh-huh.
You didn't see that. You didn't see that this week.
Right.
And it shows me, once again, the quarterback whisperer, Mike McCarthy, man. Like he has a thing with quarterbacks. His footwork was perfect.
Yeah.
Him and Will Howard, they
That's
had
what it
good
comes down
footwork.
to.
Yeah,
Footwork.
like I'm just watching and I'm like,
Footwork.
yo, if this was no disrespect, if this was Tomlin, I don't know if we get those same results because he's more of a defensive coach and he
Yeah.
probably would have had a
Yeah.
quarterback coach and just sent him over there. Like with McCarthy,
Yeah.
he's breaking it down
Yeah.
with your detail, the whole 9, man.
It makes a big difference, Keith, and that's where you need the proper people.
Right.
And we have a call, so we're gonna take this call real quick.
Okay.
And I can't see the board, the name that's on the board, so I'll have to ask the caller who's on the line. Hey, what's going on, Diva?
Hello.
We
All
are
right.
All right.
better that you called now.
All right. Don't be
All right.
flirting with me.
Uh-oh.
Well, I just watched that clip you had on with Tomlin, and you know what? I loved it, and I still miss him.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, wow. All right. So back to how the Steelers are going to be this season. Now we have one game so far, so I need the rating 1 to 5. And then also, would we take Juju back? So my 2 questions, take them in any
I think
order.
so.
Wait, what?
I think
Really?
so.
Can you repeat your first question?
First question is the rating. We have one game under our belt, and Ken,
Okay.
you were like giggly like a little kid. So,
Yep.
out of 1 to 5, what's the rating for the season? I'm just saying, project season-wise. What are we looking like?
Well, I think for rating the game, am I doing that right? Rating the game, I feel like for the first game, I feel like it was like a good 4.5. There were some things to clean up. I'm not ready to give it a 5 yet. What What do you think? I mean, am I
I don't,
doing that
me
right?
personally, I don't really go too crazy about preseason because guess what, Miss Diva? About 60% of them dudes, they're not going to be on the roster when we play the Atlanta Falcons week 1 over Akron Shore Stadium.
Right.
So don't get too comfortable with a lot of these names. They'll be probably playing in the CFL or the UFL and some other teams in the NFL. Like a lot of them dudes, they're not even going to be on the roster. So I just basically look at to see who's developing and who's getting better to prepare us for week 1 when we play Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. So I can't really give you no rating because it's one game. And like I said, a lot of them dudes, they're not going to be there. You're playing against vanilla defenses. So you really don't know for real. Now, this game, you're probably going to see a better performance because the starters will probably play a little bit longer, probably maybe into the second half, Miss Diva. So this is the game right here where you want to do ratings and all of that. You can pay attention to this game right here because the last game, a lot of them dudes, they won't be playing. And most of them dudes that I told you about that won't be on the roster, they'll be playing for their job to put out film for the last game.
And I'm gonna push way back on everything Keith just said.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
I'm gonna push back a whole lot, Diva, because normally what Keith is saying would hold true, but not in this case here. Not when you had a coach, okay, of the Pittsburgh Steelers that we just heard from, Mike Tomlin, who was in place for the last 17 years, if I'm not mistaken, or whatever it is. So you have a whole new regime that is here. You have a lot of new players, so you have a lot of new moving pieces. Okay, so as Mike Tomlin used to say, a lot of people hopped on a moving train.
Yeah, it's hard to hop on a moving train.
So these games are very important to the Pittsburgh Steelers. New offense, as I mentioned last week, new defense, new special teams, new offensive line, right? They shifted the offensive line. Troy Fontenot and
that's
Mason McCormick.
That's what I wanted to see in this game was like how clean that was. How
Yeah.
was that transition
Moving from the
going?
right side to the left side. So the left side moved to the right side. All of that is important. The two young guys, Will Howard didn't take a snap in 2025, saw game action. Drew Allar, who was projected to be a number 1 draft pick, his stock slid, so he needed to bounce back. McCarthy calling plays, the first time a Steeler head coach called plays since 1969. I can go on and on and on. So these games are very important. Patrick Graham, defensive coordinator, that defense didn't give up a TD. I give it a 4, Diva. Okay, and the reason I'm giving a 4, too many penalties, and the offensive line, first team, was subpar. So that's why I give it a 4.
And to your question about Juju, I know that
he's already on the train.
I'm sure
he's coming to Pittsburgh.
I don't want him here. I mean,
really, I like Juju.
Yeah,
sure,
I like
he's
Juju
a great guy. Watch him on.
He's a number 4 receiver.
Yeah, watch him on social media. However, on the field, like we're past that. I think he brings a little bit to the team. I feel like he's lost a step or two since we had him on the Steelers.
Yeah.
Maybe as a possession receiver, something like that. But I'm not there.
Here's the deal, Diva. I would love to have Juju, but I doubt that it will happen. And I'm being objective about it.
Right.
I can't talk out of both sides of my neck, okay? Because I just got done talking about what the Steelers have been emphasizing, that if you're not a starter, you have to be able to do multiple things.
He preaches versatility.
Yeah, and he would be a backup wide receiver that can only do one thing.
Exactly.
He's not going to play special teams.
Nope, not a gunner.
So I would be surprised if Juju found himself back here now. Maybe if he wants to be a wide receivers coach.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't say. I mean, you can like a player, you can like a person, right? But that doesn't mean we have to sign him every time he's free. He just got cut from the New York Giants, right? I mean, come on.
And I'm pretty sure there'll be better dudes on a waiver wire that are more productive than him at this point in their career.
It's all about having a good fit.
Yeah,
maybe
right.
he just wasn't a good fit for the Giants. And what you normally do in the preseason too, fellas, don't get it twisted, right? Because when you want to provide a player with a better opportunity, you release him early versus late.
Exactly.
Okay.
I peeped that.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
he's being released early.
Right.
So we'll see. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, I haven't taken a look at
Kansas City. I knew it. I knew you were going there.
Yeah, but
Why didn't he
that's a
resign with
possibility.
Kansas City?
Who knows?
Right.
That's a good question.
Right.
That's good. But he left Kansas City, and I think he came back to Kansas City, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly.
So
And won
it's
a
been done
Super Bowl?
before.
Didn't he win a
He
Super
won the
Bowl at
Super
Kansas
Bowl
City?
and then left.
Yeah, he left, then he came back.
And then he went to
Yeah.
New England, I think, and then he ended up going back to
Yeah, last year he
Kansas
was
City.
up there, I
Yeah,
think.
but we got to remember, Juju, he's still a relatively young guy.
Yeah, he is.
He was here real young. Matter of fact, he didn't have his driver's license when he was here.
I know. Remember my bike? They
Yeah,
took
he
my
didn't.
bike. My
That's
bike.
true.
Yeah, he was riding his
That
bike.
was classic.
He's 29 right now.
29 years old. Look at that.
Wow, he's fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, my last question, real quick, before you guys throw me off the show.
We would never
How
throw
is
you
our
off.
defense? Well, thank you. How's our defense? Is it going to get younger? Are we going to be where we need to be?
Yeah, it's definitely getting younger. They're signing the young guys that we'll talk about later. But Herbig, outside linebacker, Benton just got signed as well. Got Derek Harmon, who was the #1 draft pick last year. Hopefully he can stay healthy and play well. Who else am I missing on that
And
line?
you two things you didn't say. You gotta pray for the health of Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
We need him, and they
But
got to give JPJ his money, man. We need them
she-
dudes out there for the secondary, Kev.
She mentioned young, so
Yeah.
I was just sticking with
I think our
the young player.
Well,
You're
Porter's
talking-
young. Porter's young.
Yeah.
I mean, Porter, you're talking Y.A. Black.
Y.A. Black is who I
Peyton,
was thinking of.
Peyton Wilson.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a
Yeah.
lot of young guys on this.
Brisker's
group.
young. Brisker's young.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the defense should be in good shape.
Nick
Okay,
Herbig,
well, you know,
he's
because
young.
Mr. Platt said a bunch of them aren't going to be there, so that's why.
No,
you know,
not none of the
that's why I
people
was
we
questioning
named,
that.
but I'm talking about other guys. They're not going to be on the team. Like, yeah, certain dudes. Like, I don't want to say no names and ruffle no feathers, but if you know, you know. You look at the depth chart and you pretty much have an idea of who's going to be here week 1 and who isn't going to be here. But they can always be on the practice squad too, though. So keep that in mind.
You mean Kyler Bach isn't going to be here?
Wow, Ken, you're a troublemaker.
Yeah, I know who won't be here. The name is Logan Lee. He ain't gonna be here. I know that. You can't make the club in the tub. You know that.
You know who
Anything else, Diva?
No, that's it. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Hey,
Appreciate it.
did you hear
Thank you.
about? Did you hear what I said at the top about Roberto Clemente?
I did.
Okay,
I
excellent.
did. And
excellent.
that Aliquippa mass is real strong.
Hey, there you go. There
There
you
they
go.
go.
That's what's up.
Quip
All
time.
right.
Aliquippa, PA.
There you go. All right. Thank you, Diva.
All right. Thank you,
All
guys.
right.
Take
Yeah,
care.
thank you.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right.
All right.
All
All
right.
right. So, yep.
You know who else really? And I'm sorry to jump in with this, but Gabriel Rubio.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I meant to bring him up.
Yeah, he played really well in the center of that defensive line, especially on run defense. I mean, he was taking on 3 guys. I mean, and he just planted. It was so nice to see. We haven't had that in quite some time.
And
Go ahead.
Let's go back. You mentioned Broderick Jones as well. I thought Broderick Jones played a good game.
That's what I said. I was trying to get
thought
to
he
that.
did.
Yeah, I thought he did all
I thought
right,
he
man. For
did.
somebody that hasn't played and coming off the surgery and his career in jeopardy, he didn't look fatigued. His technique looked okay. You didn't hear no penalties. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought he played
He's working
a
himself back
solid
in.
game.
I could, for a first round pick, playing against into the fourth quarter, fourth quarter,
They was revving him up.
there should not have been one person behind him.
Yeah.
Period.
However, Ken, you have to take everything. You do.
Yeah, you gotta take everything into consideration,
he's
bro.
He's coming off an injury.
I would do that for you, bro. If you was hurt, I would give you the benefit of the doubt, Ken.
That's cool. That's cool.
Ken, look.
I'm fine with that.
Look.
But if we're going to have high
out.
expectations for Caleb Johnson, we need to have high expectations.
But you see what happened to Broderick. His career was almost
Hold on.
over,
Let
man.
Let me say this. When prime elite, no matter who you are, when most baseball players come back off injury, where do they go?
To the
Niners.
They go to the minor leagues.
Yeah, they're Brady for
Yeah,
a tune-up.
Exactly. So that's how I look at Broderick Jones
Yeah.
going up against second
Right,
and
it was
third.
a tune-up to get him back.
was
Yeah,
a
he had to get his
tune-up.
legs under him.
He had a major injury where his career could have been done.
Exactly.
Okay, now if he would have fell on his face against second and third line and fourth line guys,
Yeah, I would have been scared.
yeah.
But I thought he
That's
looked
a different
good,
story.
man. He was in the trenches.
Yeah.
He was battling. He was grappling.
I just look at it as though he's in the minor leagues right now, working himself up to the majors, where he could go against those first stringers.
I hope he gets there. I'm a huge Broderick believer. I don't know.
Now, Ken, I got a bone to pick with you.
Sure.
Okay. And I'm trying to see if I need to save it. I do need to save it. I'll save it for the last segment.
What is it?
No, I'm going to keep you guessing.
Oh, God.
All right. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and take our last break of the day. When we come back, fellas, we do need to move fast because we always like to get our phone calls. So we got interrupted, which is fine, but we need to talk Drew Allar and Mason Rudolph. Okay. You already said you're impressed with Drew Allar.
Yeah.
But we need to see if you will be willing to part ways with the Mason Rudolph.
Something I want to say about that.
And we need to talk WNBA. We need to talk about the game coming up, Steelers versus Jets, and we need to talk about the way the Steelers are signing these young players and when our guy JPJ will get signed. So we'll go ahead and take a break, and we'll get to everything I mentioned when we return.
Looking for a cost-effective way to help increase your company's bottom line? Look no further than Soul Pit Media. With our award-winning print, internet, podcast, and Soul Pit television options, we can help your business get to that next level. For more information, contact Craig Dawson at 412-407-7685. That's 412-407-7685. And let Soul Pit Media take you to that next level.
Business owners thinking about back-to-school promotions and replacing summer flavors with pumpkin? What about your taxes? Reduce your stress and tax liabilities by planning for tax time now with Cameron Professional Services Group. CPSG takes your goals, values, and visions to create a custom tax plan catered specifically to your business. We work closely with you to ensure that as your business grows and goals shift, so will your custom plan. Located in the Hill District in Pittsburgh, PA, CPSG is a CPA and consultant firm providing services in accounting, auditing, tax planning and preparation, community development, and operational management. Call Cameron Professional Services Group today at 412-251-0607.
Have you had the Beat by Niche experience? Beat by Niche is one of the top makeup artists in the city of Pittsburgh. She's touched the face of Cardi B, love and hip hop personalities, and various Steeler wives. If you have not sat in her chair, what are you waiting for? Visit beatbyniche.com to schedule your special makeover for all occasions: weddings, graduations, proms, photo ops, and more. Visit beatbyniche.com and experience the touch of excellence.
All right, we are back. This is Soul Take on Pittsburgh's ESPN. I'm Kevin Cameron, sitting here with Ken Craig, as well as Keith Platt Jr. We are talking Pittsburgh sports. Earlier, we talked Pittsburgh Pirates. If you missed the first segment, you can go back, as well as Pitt football. And we recapped a little bit, I should say, the Steelers game against Green Bay, and we went around the NFL. Now, the question that I wanted to get into, are you impressed with Drew Allar? I believe we were all impressed with the way Drew Allar played the first preseason game, his first NFL career game. He was 10 of 13 for 153 yards. Going into the training camp, fellas, I was pretty fixed, or I should say I was pretty convinced that Mason Rudolph would be the backup quarterback because...
Is that your beef you have with me?
Not at all.
All right.
So
Because I said the opposite.
I was pretty convinced that he would be the backup, given that Aaron Rodgers came back. They wanted an experienced backup. I don't feel that way anymore.
There it is.
Me neither. Me
There
neither.
it is.
Given one performance, however, I do want to see more.
Yeah.
But if it's just based on this one game, I would say let Mason Rudolph go, trade him if you could, and get something for him. Because as of right now, I do believe in these two quarterbacks.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too, man. And if you guys remember, well, first of all, Mason Rudolph as a Steelers starter, he's 9-9-1. So he's average. That's average to me. I think he can help out another team, and we could get some good. Pardon me, we could get some quality, maybe some depth or some draft picks for him. And if you remember last year, man, Aaron Rodgers missed a game. He played against the Chicago Bears, and we lost that game with Mason Rudolph at quarterback. So it's like, what are we? You know what I mean? Like, what can he do? Like, you might as well let Will Howard or one of them. Yeah, see what they got, man. You pretty much know. Pardon me, what you got with Mason Rudolph. Like I said, he started against Chicago. He didn't even win up there, man. So it's like I would rather go with the two young guys, man.
Yeah,
we know what we got.
Look at I mean, Will Howard, 7 of 9, 86 yards, took a sack, but was pressured 5 times. Drew Allar, 10 for 13, 153 yards, 3 touchdowns. The only QB who didn't take a sack but was pressured twice. Right? I feel like the big difference between them and Mason is their ability to get free. They have those legs that
escapability.
That they could. It's just a little bit different. Whereas with Mason, yes, he could throw the ball. Yes, we kind of know his ceiling, right? We know his ceiling. But it's also in this game, you gotta be able to run a little bit, and it's like his feet are concrete. You know, that's just it's always
He's
been that way.
A true pocket quarterback.
Yeah.
All right, so we're all fine with trading him.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't feel as though the Steelers should keep 4 quarterbacks. There's a lot of talk about that, right?
you need depth at other areas.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So, go ahead and trade him, and who needs a quarterback, backup quarterback?
Well, by then,
be a backup, right?
Yeah, he'll be a backup. Yeah,
okay.
A lot of teams.
Okay,
of
so
teams
there's an opportunity
backup.
to do that then, right?
Yeah,
I
think so.
So let's move on to the WNBA, and at the end we'll get back to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So WNBA, I had an opportunity to watch that Atlanta Dream versus Indiana Fever.
What a game. What a game, man.
On Sunday.
Ooh, I was locked in, bro.
Yeah,
I put my phone on silent. I was locked in.
Yep. So again, Ken, I didn't go to the Pirate game. That's one of the things I did. Watch some WNBA basketball. And Angel Reese.
Man.
How could you miss a bunny like that?
Ooh, man, I think she was. I thought that whole game she was pressing too much. Like she had a couple like easy ones, and I'm like, dang, you just gotta concentrate. It's right there. And you seeing her at the end of the game, she's like, yo, you see Caitlin Clark come across laughing at her, and the rivalry continues. But that was a good game, man. Angel just gotta concentrate a little more offensively. I thought she was rushing. She was so excited to play against them.
Really laughing at her?
Yeah, if you see when Angel goes like this, puts her hand over her face, you look in her back. I seen it on a sports show yesterday.
I like Caitlin, but
Me too.
She needs to chill.
Yeah, Caitlin's and it's crazy because they're all going to be teammates in less than a month at the World Cup. So yeah.
Well,
they're going to need each other.
The FIBA World Cup, I think it is. But the thing about it, the reason I feel as though she needs to chill, because not too long ago, she missed 2 free throws.
Right. And then she's been crying to the refs all season.
That cost her team a game.
Exactly. I mean, remember that.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Okay?
It happens.
So, be careful with the actions that you do. Yeah. Now, from an Angel, Indiana end up winning that game, and now they're in a better position from a playoff standpoint.
I think they're a game ahead of Atlanta now.
Yeah, but there's still like 10 games to be played.
It's still a lot of stuff to be determined, man. A lot.
But one of the things that we have to look at is Angel Reese from a rebounding standpoint.
Man, amazing, bro.
She's a beast. So the question is, will Angel Reese set the WNBA single season rebounding record and become the league's first player to 500 rebounds.
I think so, man. She's already the first 3 seasons. She got the 3 highest single season rebounds per game average in WNBA history. Her 12.6 rebounds is the highest in WNBA history. Only Sylvia Fowles at 9.8 came close. And then Reese, she's averaging 4.8 offensive rebounds for her career. The highest person in WNBA history. Number 2 is Yolanda Griffin with just 3.4 offensive rebounds per game. Angel Reese is still her, man.
Yeah.
She just got to
12.1 per
concentrate.
game.
Yes.
Rebounds.
Yes, and
That's rebounding, man.
she's leading the league. 15
Yeah.
points a game, 12 rebounds. Her field goal percentage is a little down though. 41% is terrible, but they get it done, man. They still got Ryan Howard, Alicia Gray. They got a good team, man. And with her rebounding, man, they're going to need that in the playoffs and in the World Cup, especially in the World Cup because we don't got that many bigs.
And do you have that total rebounds?
I don't have the total. No, I don't got the total. I don't got the total.
Okay. Yeah. I'll have to get the total there.
But those numbers I just said, astronomical, bro.
And then,
like,
there's another one you can't sleep as well from a rebounding standpoint, Jessica Shepard.
Okay. Yeah,
out of Dallas.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Yeah, she averages like 11.2 rebounds.
Yeah, she's pretty good
per game as well. So
you gotta being a good rebounder is like a certain skill you gotta have. Everybody don't got it.
All right, so from a WNBA standpoint as well, Minnesota Lynx, they're leading the WNBA right now.
They're scary right now.
29-7, so they're 3 games ahead. They already clinched the playoff spot.
Yep.
We have the Golden State
Valkyries. Yeah, that's a sleeper team.
They just clinched last night.
And they're the best defensive team in the WNBA, and I think it's going to help them come playoff time.
Hey, that's important. They say defense wins championships.
Come on,
right?
Man. Shout out to Veronica Burton, too. Most improved WNBA player last year.
There you go. So, who are you riding with?
My team? Dang. I'm Atlanta, man. I'm not going to lie. I'm Atlanta.
You're going to Atlanta?
Yeah,
really?
I got it right. I'm with Angel Reese, bro.
You're saying that the Aces aren't going to compete?
No, I actually think they're going to repeat, but I want Atlanta to win because of Angel Reese. You get what I'm saying?
You're going with them with your heart, but not your head.
Right.
Okay.
There you go.
I believe that game on Sunday, Atlanta had a number of players out, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah.
They did. They had a couple of players out. And
Okay.
It's cool. No, ain't no excuses.
All
They
right.
beat us. They beat them fair and square. They beat Atlanta fair and square.
What else do you have for us, WNBA wise?
As far as WNBA, pretty much nothing else, man. I mean, the Sophie Cunningham, Dejanay Carrington issue, man. I'm glad that's finally starting to fade away, man. Because I didn't.
Sure.
I think so. Wow, you got some insider info? What you got?
There's a game on Sunday that I had circled.
Okay.
Okay. Sophie Cunningham goes up against how do you pronounce it? Dejanay Carrington. The last time they met,
you're right.
Dejanay was
August 23rd. She put it on Facebook.
Ejected for a flagrant 2 foul on Sophie.
The clothesline.
And they caused, that created a scuffle.
Yeah, she started that, though. Carrington made a big deal out of it because you were guilty, and then you go to social media and say white privilege. Come on, girl, stop it. Stop it. We're not going to use that. You fouled her. You're wrong.
So this game on Sunday
this is going to be intense,
makes it very interesting.
I hope she don't do nothing crazy again. Please don't do nothing crazy.
That game is on Sunday.
Yeah, I'll be tapped in.
Let me see if I can find that game. Sunday, that game is Indiana, Chicago. That's a 7 p.m. game.
Ooh, good. I can fall back in the evening and yep. Heck yeah.
All right. So the last thing before we get off of the WNBA, I'm going to get that total rebounds from Angel Reese because I know she's approaching. So we're talking about in a season. Right now, she has 398. So she should break the record.
Yeah, she should.
Single season record.
Yeah, she should.
All right. So that's what's going down, everyone, in the WNBA. Now what we need to do, we need to talk about the PGA golf before we get back to the Steelers. Did you have a chance to see how Scotty Scheffler dominated in the St. Jude championship this past week.
I didn't get to watch it live, but I did watch highlights of it. And I mean, did he actually, like, was it a Scotty
Yeah,
like
it was
win?
dominating.
Was it a dominant? Yes, it was.
Yeah.
No, minus 17 on the weekend. So
Won by 8 strokes.
good for him.
Yeah.
He needs a win like this. He needed a win like this.
His first victory since January.
Dang.
He shot a course record times 61 during the tournament, and his 21st PGA tournament victory of his career. So he remains number one in the FedEx Cup standing. And I hate to say this, Ken, but I kind of get some joy. It's bad when you get joy from someone else's downfall.
Oh man.
Right? But I'm human, everybody. I'm
Hey,
human.
yeah.
Okay, and Rory McIlroy actually struggled.
Him out of all
And I'm
people.
happy to see that he finished 66, fellas, out of 68 players
That's odd. Very odd for somebody his caliber.
for 8 over par for the tournament.
That's a struggle too.
Yeah.
That is a struggle. That's like a me struggle.
But he's still he's still 13th in the FedEx Cup points. So he moves on to next week. And next week we have the BMW, or this week here, which starts Thursday. It's the BMW Championship at Bellarev County Club in St. Louis.
Oh, they're going to the Midwest, the Midwest swing. Okay.
So we're talking about the top 50 players, and then I think after this one, the last tournament is the top 30.
What that course look like, real quick? That a nice course up there, or you don't know what it look
I
like?
don't know too much about this particular course, Keith.
Okay.
Yeah, but the the course in general, since you asked, is a par 70 course. The yardage is 7,448 yards. Just to give a comparison, when I go out and golf, I normally try to stick between 6,000 and 6,500. They're playing close to 7,500.
Big difference.
Okay,
It's a huge difference.
And the winner get $3.6 million.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
man.
So that's what they're doing in the PGA. All right, so we have like 11 minutes left, fellas.
Okay, good.
And we need to talk about our Pittsburgh Steelers. Everyone should know that over the weekend, and this is where I have a bone to pick with Ken, Canoe Benton actually signed the deal with the Steelers over the weekend. I think it might have been Sunday.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
72
and
million.
The bone I have
4-year extension.
The bone I have to pick with Ken last week, he sat here and talked about Canoe Benton, and he said,
I didn't think they'd get it done.
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah, Ken said, I don't think the Steelers will do anything with him.
Bro.
Yeah, this one shocked me.
Yeah.
I'm glad they did, and especially now that I know a little bit more about the situation and about how he's going to be more of a
rotation,
a defensive tackle, rather than a nose tackle.
Right.
I don't. He was out of position as a nose tackle, and I feel like him being a rotational piece with Cam, and playing on the other side of
we're
Harmon.
getting a lot of background noise from somewhere, so be careful with your mics.
Okay.
So him playing on the other side of Harmon, I think, would be massively beneficial for himself and the team. Him as a nose tackle, he's just out of place, right? And
he had his best year though last year.
He did. I know. I remember hearing him a lot, man.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Keanu Benton, man. I like that guy.
So he signed a 4-year extension worth up to $72 million, and that followed Nick Herbig, who signed a few weeks ago for 4 years, and they're all part of the same draft class.
It's a youth movement.
Yeah, he signed 4 years for $100 million, and also tight end Darnell Washington, even earlier, a few months ago, signed a 4-year deal with $42 million. So this draft class, I think there's only one more
Yeah.
or two more. Was Darnell Washington? Not Darnell Washington. Was Broderick Jones
Broderick
part?
Jones would have been one of them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the one they're waiting on is JPJ.
Yeah, and then the price is going up now. The Seahawks just gave Witherspoon a boatload of money, and we're just man, we're kicking ourselves in the rear, man.
Yeah,
This is
so
crazy.
JPJ, just to do a market comparison, you mentioned Devon Witherspoon, 4 years, $132 million he signed, a
He
deal with
deserved every bit of
Seattle.
that. He deserved it.
Denzel Ward, Cleveland, they don't know what they're doing up there anyway. But he just signed a 2-year extension with Cleveland for $30 million.
Pretty solid corner. He's
Okay,
been doing it
so
for a while.
you would think, just given what I said, JPJ will probably be, you think he'll be in the middle of those two?
I'm thinking the Steelers is going to give him about 24 million, and the rest.
24.
Yeah, I think it'll be somewhere in that range, and the rest will be
It's going to be
incentive
much.
based.
It's going to be much
Well, yeah,
more.
because the prices went up now.
Yeah, it's going
Yeah,
to be
this is.
much.
I don't know, man. I'm not going to make no prediction,
Yeah.
but I don't think they're going to give him what he wants. It'll be a
Yeah,
little lesser, and the
yeah.
rest will be incentive based.
Dude, is JPJ better than Denzel Ward?
No.
You don't think he is?
Not right now, no.
Okay.
No, but in Joey Porter's defense, though, I think he deserved all his money, man. He ain't gave up a touchdown in over 2
Yeah.
years, man. You
Yeah.
got to pay, man.
Yeah.
I'm tired of comparing him to other corners, man. The dude could
Yeah.
play. He's our best corner, bottom line. Pay him.
Here's the deal, and I'm doing a little bit more work on this with this JPJ not giving up a touchdown. I think that's misleading. And the reason for that, Keith, if you're a wide receiver, I could guarantee you, when I watch you, I'm not giving up a touchdown. You know why? Because I'll hold you all game. I'll hold you all game.
Well, them penalties went down, though. The penalties, they went down.
But what I'm saying is,
from double to single digits.
What I'm saying, I took a look at JPJ's penalties. Now, let me say this, because I have the information.
Were they inside the 20?
Let me say this. So, for his career, he allowed receptions on 54.7 of the times he was targeted, and this is according to
It's not bad at all.
Pro Football Focus.
Okay.
However, that number dropped to 47.8 last season in JPJ's defense. It was the 8th best mark for any quarterback who played at least 200 snaps in 2025. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, as far as penalties, so before I get to the penalties, opponents passed for just 325 yards total when JPJ was targeted, which averages out to about 19 yards per game. So that's really good.
You gotta pay him, please.
Now, from a flag standpoint, in 2024 he had 17, including, if you can remember, he had 6 in one game against Cincinnati.
Yeah, Jamar Chase was they was chirping, boy.
But that number dropped to only 9.
That's
so
what I'm
he
saying.
went from 17
he improved his technique,
in 2024 to 9 in 2025. However, I looked deeper into it.
Okay.
So out of the 9, 6 of those penalties were accepted. Okay. The other 3 were declined.
Okay.
And what I look at, I look at scores after penalty, SAP. Okay, so what is your SAP percentage?
Okay.
So when you make, and this is my own term, I'm making up.
Okay.
So good.
I'm following you.
So when you make a penalty, what is the result on that drive?
You basically want to see if their confidence is still there.
No. Because like I said, I can hold you.
Okay.
But is the ball placed at the 1 yard line after that penalty, and then they score?
I get it.
And that's why that's why I say it is misleading. Okay.
That's a good point, Kev. You on to something.
When I took a look at JPJ, out of the 6 penalties that were accepted in 2025, his SAT rate, score after penalty, was 50%.
Oh.
Now you take somebody like Devon Witherspoon.
Yeah.
Okay, who's supposed to be the number 1 corner, and he's paid that way. But according to Pro Football Focus, he's the number 1 corner. He only had 3 penalties in 2025. And you know what his SAP rate was?
What?
0. Okay.
That's why he
big-
got paid. That's why
okay.
he got the money.
That's a
So
big difference.
yeah,
That is a
yeah.
big difference.
So that's why I said people need to not just take things for, what can I say, the cover,
Yeah.
Well, and you
face
gotta
value.
Yeah.
tell the whole story behind it,
Right.
right?
Right.
Because those penalties, right? Yeah, even no touchdowns, never giving up a touchdown, but that's because you got a penalty. The team still got
Exactly.
scored on the next
Yeah.
play.
Because
Yeah.
of your mishap. Your
Yeah, because
mishap.
like I said, I can hold you all the way down the
No, you're
field,
right.
and at the end of the game say I didn't give up a touchdown, but you
Mhm.
killed the team.
Yeah.
You killed the team.
Yep, that's
So
a good point. And because a block, like a pass deflection or a pass breakup, whatever, that is very different than like not giving up a touchdown by breaking up the pass.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Missed tackle or something.
Not
Exactly.
giving up the touchdown because you held someone. Very different.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Very
yeah,
different end result there.
yeah, yeah. All right. So
But I still think he's going to get paid between 25 to 30 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do too.
I think he's
And,
going to
and
fall.
maybe even between 32, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Yeah, that good point. Yes. So I think he falls in between where JC Horn is getting paid 25 and where let's say
Stingley.
I think he's going to get Trent McDuffie. Trent
Okay,
McDuffie's
okay.
at 31. So
Okay.
right in between there.
I can see that.
All right. So far as the Steelers signing these young players like
Mhm.
Washington,
Herbig,
Herbig,
yeah,
and
big.
Benton, you like it.
I love
And,
it.
and
It's what
like
we-
it.
JPJ is next.
Yeah, we need
It's-
that, bro. Youth movement, and all them dudes are good.
Well,
Okay,
and this is what we've been begging for, right? We haven't been able to sign half of our draft picks that we picked because we've been missing on the draft picks.
And it was Omar Khan's first draft.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And now that we're locking it in, where these are these are development pieces. These are pieces that we're getting in the draft. We're developing ourselves. We're
Mhm.
seeing them become performers on the field.
Yeah.
It's exactly how we've built our teams in the past.
And when Canoe Benton did his press conference once he signed, he gave a shout out to Mike Tomlin as well.
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
it.
I
I
heard that,
love it.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's who
And
took a chance on him coming
yeah,
up Wisconsin for them
yeah,
pro
so
days.
he needs credit along
Right.
with
Heck
Omar
yeah.
Khan
Yeah, shout out to Mike
as
Tomlin.
well. Definitely. All right. So last thing before we shut this down, we need to preview the game coming up. Our Pittsburgh Steelers against the New York Jets. This game is Friday at home. Who are some of the players to watch? I'll start off, fellas. We need to see what Drew Allar can do in game 2. Now, I'm interested, and I'll be over at the Steelers facility tomorrow, right? And one of the questions that I'll ask if another reporter doesn't beat me to it, but one of my questions that I'll have, are you going to change the lineup of quarterbacks? So we know Mason Rudolph started,
Right. So who's
and then
starting
it
this time?
was Will Howard, and then it's Drew Allar.
Yeah.
Now, will he bump it up? Maybe go Will Howard, Drew Allar, Mason Rudolph.
I bet you I would actually put money on it right now. I don't think we see Mason Rudolph this game.
You think?
Yeah.
Really?
I agree because they know what they got with him.
Okay.
I don't think we
Yeah.
see Mason.
All right.
I think we see one half Will, one half Drew.
Interesting. No Aaron Rodgers. Now remember,
He ain't
No.
playing.
remember McCarthy
Said he
at,
wanted
at
to
the
play.
beginning said that Aaron Rodgers was going to play probably 35 to 40 snaps.
He went in there and said, "Bro,
in the
I ain't
preseason.
playing, man." Okay, Aaron, just be ready week
Yeah,
one.
give me some more players.
I got a wide receiver, Brandon Smith, man. With DK and Pittman out, he's took full advantage of all the reps at wide receiver. He's catching a lot of deep passes from all the quarterbacks, and he's been a training camp standout, and he just might make the roster as a depth piece because a lot of these dudes are hurt. And I like Brandon Smith, man. I hope
Okay.
he makes the roster.
And we're going a little over just
Yeah.
for our audience is 8:01 right now, but we want to make sure we get this in.
Yep.
Yep. I definitely number one, I want to see no penalties on special teams.
Okay.
Okay. I think they had 3 penalties. So that's number
So
one.
are you going to keep Skoranek on
Yeah.
the bench?
You know what? I don't care, right? I'm not worried about Skoranek. He is a all-pro level special teamer. However, Travis Homer, I'm keeping an eye on him. I liked what he did along with Lou Nichols. I think there's some competition there between those two, right? Number 2, I liked what Jennings Dunker brought. He had a really,
Wow.
really good game.
Wow.
And I think some of the starting group there, I think there could be some holes for someone like him, right?
One, there's a number of reports, I should say, that had him as a loser.
Yeah, which is
Jennings
in the
Dunker?
game. Yeah,
You got to be kidding me. Man, that whole draft class was balling.
Caleb, I should
Caleb
say, Caleb
Wilson
Johnson, Malik Harrison, Jennings Dunker, and
No.
Dean Lowry.
Man, you didn't hear Jenny Dunker's name, so that means he was playing good.
But you all agree with the other 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jennings Dunker, he had a lot of time out there, but I thought he played well.
I thought he was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Whenever you don't hear offensive lineman's name, they're probably doing their job.
And he was climbing to the second level.
Yeah, man. He had a pound of sweat on him, man. I know he was working hard, man.
And also
Shame on them who said that.
Somebody else that I think we're going to see his name.
And this is for training camp, not the
right,
game.
Right.
Somebody else I think that we're actually going to see his name a lot this year.
Okay.
Riley Nowakowski. He was impressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whole draft class, man. I was impressed by all them dudes.
To be honest with you, he did okay. He should have had 2 touchdowns.
I know he dropped one. I know, right? I think I jinxed him, man, because he had 37 targets at Indiana, and he was 37 out of 37 on pass catches from Mendoza, and he dropped our touchdown pass.
Yeah, but I think he'll be all right.
Yeah,
he'll be all right.
It's a sledgehammer.
I think it's good to see us have someone like that coming out of the backfield, and Pittsburgh's gonna love him because he's just put your head down and go. I love it.
Okay. I think this game is important for one Roman Wilson. I don't think you could have back-to-back games where you're limited.
Right.
Okay. This is where you need to show out.
Yeah.
Cajun Weejan showed out.
Yeah, I like him, man.
Okay.
Speed.
So I'd like to see if he could have another game, maybe not a 74-yarder, but
I would like to see him get some room in return coverage, punt and kick return. He didn't have no room, man.
All right.
Get that boy some room, man.
Now let's go over to the Jets side because we need to make everybody aware that our guy Minka Fitzpatrick will be back in town. Now, will he play? I'm not sure exactly, how the Jets are playing their players, but at least he'll be back in town. Also, Garrett Wilson, wide receiver, if he plays, that'd be a good test.
Yeah, for the corners.
For our cornerbacks.
Definitely, man.
Okay.
Actually, who was the dude that they oh my gosh, we had our eye on him the entire draft.
He a skill position player?
Yeah, wide receiver.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Mason Taylor.
Omar Cooper.
Oh, Omar Cooper. Oh, I wanted him so bad.
Is he out of Clemson?
No, he's out of Indiana. Yeah, plays for the Jets. Yup. They got him and at cornerback, they got D'Angelo Pons. Yeah, Aaron Glenn said he reminds him of him.
Yeah. Now, what happens, fellas, if Asante Samuels show out against Garrett Wilson?
Well, the NFL is sub-package football anyway, so Asante Samuel Jr. is going to play a lot regardless. It's a lot of 3-4 wide out sets. He's going to play a lot.
But still, that would just make it the Steelers' defense even better.
I know. We got him out of bargain, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. Something else I wanted to point out with this game from an injury standpoint. It is unfortunate that Breece Hall, that's the name I was looking for, running back, that he got injured in Monday's practice. He has a groin injury.
Right.
So we shouldn't expect to see him.
We'll see Braylon Allen. We'll see him a lot.
I'm not sure how long Breece Hall will be out, but I know that the Jets were looking forward to him having a good year in 2026. Also, the quarterback for the Jets. Who's the Jets quarterback right now?
Geno Smith. Geno.
Out of West Virginia, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, I don't think the Jets will do much this year.
Me neither.
But it's preseason football, and like I said, with everything the Steelers need to put together, I think it's good to go up against any opposition in the NFL, to be honest with you. Okay. Anything else on the game?
No.
Just can't wait to be a spectator.
Okay. But out of all the players that we mentioned, the number one player that I think needs to do something is Caleb Johnson.
Okay.
By far.
Let's go, Caleb.
I do too.
Let's go.
But I want to see Drew Allar continue. Drew Allar and Will Howard. I just want to see them continue to do what they did.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's given a good feeling to have a potential quarterback in the system.
Definitely. All right, so we'll go ahead and close this out. I have like 8:07 p.m. And Keith, I'll start with you.
Final thought on this day, August 18th, 1992, fellas. Boston Celtics superstar Larry Bird. He announced his retirement from the NBA due to a very painful back injury. Did y'all know though, Larry Bird's the only person in NBA history to be named Rookie of the Year, NBA MVP, NBA Finals MVP, All-Star Game MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year with the Indiana Pacers. Larry Legend was the man. Put some respect on that boy's name.
No doubt.
Hall of Famer.
No doubt.
Monster.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Roberto Clemente. That man was a absolute legend. Have his jersey hanging on my wall. And then just want to say thank you for everyone who's listening. This season is going to be a fun season. It's a season of change. And I'm talking the Steelers season. We've seen a lot of difference. There's a lot of different feeling at training camp. This whole season's going to be like this. So there's going to be a lot of minute details that Kevin's going to be reporting on as well. And I'm happy to be next to him while we do it. Also, keep an eye out. There might be a signing coming through from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Maybe a little extension.
All right.
So I'll keep everybody updated.
Sounds good. Hey, everyone. Give you an update on our Pittsburgh Pirates. The score right now is 3-1. Pittsburgh Pirates are leading. And, you know, what's good about the game so far, Braxton Ashcraft he's going into the seventh inning. Only gave up 3 hits. Okay? Only threw 64 pitches through 6 innings. So he's backing up his previous good performance where he pitched a complete game, 10 strikeouts, having another good performance. Is it possible he could pitch 2 complete games back to back?
It is possible.
Wow. So we'll continue to watch that. Also, everyone, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, you should be. Okay, because we give you all Pittsburgh sports every day on our YouTube channel. When we go out to the games, after the game, like after the Pirate game, we put the highlights out there. We put the interviews out there. We do the same with the Steelers, the Penguins, Pitt football, and Pitt basketball. So that's the place to be. Did you have something else, Keith?
Yeah, I wanted to say this real quick. We got some new viewers. I'm in a group on Facebook. Shout out to the Pitt Panther sports group. They accepted me and they said they were tuning in, and I hope y'all guys are watching, and I hope y'all enjoying
Excellent.
Pittsburgh DSN Soul Take Live with Kevin, Keith, and Ken Craig.
All right. Now, some announcements before we sign off. Our radio stream is pghdsen.com. So after the show, if you're not listening on the radio stream, if you're on YouTube, you can switch over to pghdsen.com to hear the best of soulful music that will be on until midnight. Also, I mentioned our YouTube channel. I think we're up to somewhere around 77,000 subscribers now.
Wow.
And we want to keep growing. We're not satisfied.
Right.
So please be a subscriber and spread the news. And please leave us your comments also. And if you're listening to this recording, as I said previously, we want to hear from you as well. Please provide your comments. Now, I wanted to provide a weather report as well. 79 degrees here in Pittsburgh. It is supposed to go down to 70, so please enjoy your night. So we're going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you for listening to Soul Tape on Pittsburgh's ESEN. Stay blessed and join us again next week.